Hello, Donkey Nation, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Daily Dose of Donkey, where you get, well, exactly that, your daily dose of me. I hope you're all having a glorious day, for it is very early in the morning. This is when these episodes will release on the YouTubes, and they are, well, they are there so that I can play games that I need to play for whatever personal reasons, such as at the moment I have to play Final Fantasy XIV, so you will... What the hell is going on? So you will be getting Final Fantasy XIV because I'm trying to level up my warrior. These episodes are not bound to any specific game, however, I'm gonna just play whatever I want to play and just talk to you about what's going on. Because that's the way of things. In this first episode, let's talk about what this is and why I came back to it. I did this once before, this Daily Dose of Donkey thing, and back then I wanted to make it sort of a small form content that I could upload every day, but that was of course a ridiculously stupid idea because small form content takes a lot of editing, whereas this takes no editing whatsoever. I just talk and then I put my intro in front of it and my outro after it, and that's it. Done. Alright, super easy. Can make that in like an hour or however long it takes to actually make this specific content. Somebody thinks he wants to pull. That's fine. Yeah, so the original idea for this was really dumb and was never gonna work, but this is gonna work because it's really simple to make these, and I can just upload them overnight and then set them to release in the morning, and all will be well. Or well, just, you know, release them automatically in the morning, I guess. Yes, and they won't interfere with any of the other content I'm going to do. Now, this is part of my sort of restructuring of how I do my content. I'm sort of going to switch a little bit towards streaming. I mean, I did warn or threaten this a while back when I did my this video won't get more than 300 views, which then got over 1,000 views. You bastards! You just did that to spite me, didn't you? Anyway, as I said in that video, I'm not really having a lot of faith in the platform in YouTube. I think it is being absurdly mismanaged, and they are becoming just as draconian and authoritarian, overbearing, however you want to call it, as Twitter. And Twitter, as a result of their ridiculous censoring and all of their, you know, like, you can't say anything that we don't like policies, has become a total shitstorm. And not just that, it's not just you know, an awful platform. Like, it's also really unsuccessful. So I'm not sure what YouTube is even trying to achieve with that, apart from just eventually fading into mediocrity and then just getting forgotten. Because, I mean, they're certainly not going to have a successful platform if they decide that the only opinions you're allowed to voice there are progressive opinions, because despite what many progressives think, they are certainly not everyone. Yeah, and they are not everyone on the internet. They are just a regular part of the internet, you know? And, yeah, just because, you know, they own these platforms, yeah, makes them think they are in charge and they get to dictate what's being said here, but it's really just going to end up in their platforms going to shit, like Twitter. And eventually the same thing is gonna happen to YouTube if they keep going down the same path. So, and because of that, I just don't really have much faith in the platform anymore. I mean, I don't really say a lot of my opinions on the gaming channel, by design. I don't really think it's appropriate to put too much politics into... God damn it. Too many politics into this. But despite that, there is so much dodging with this trash. But despite that, it still means that if I ever do say anything political, I have to be worried that my channel will get shut down, right? And the secondary channel that I was planning to make, it just means that if I do go political, I might maybe not, you know, be able to monetize any of those videos. Maybe YouTube will try to bury them, and then it's just sort of, what am I doing, you know? So that's why I want to just get away as much as possible from the platform, and that, for one, means that I'm going to do more streaming. That's the first step in this change. What does this mean for YouTube? Well, it certainly means that there will be more videos, but they will definitely not be the same kind of videos I had before. Most of it will be just streaming content, where I just straight up take shows that I stream. Not every Let's Play type stream, but the actual shows where I sit down and I play for, you know, 2 to 3 hours, and it's structured and all that. Those shows I will then hack up into 30-minute segments and load them onto YouTube. That should make for a good amount of videos every week, especially if you add on top the Daily Dose of Donkey. That will be as daily as possible. And yeah, that's gonna be most of the content. Every now and then I might feel like actually making a proper edited video, you know, like a top 10 or something, or, you know, an opinion video or something, or maybe even something about Camelot Unchained. It is certainly possible, but it's not gonna be my main focus, and so that sort of stuff will certainly reduce in frequency. Once Camelot Unchained comes out, I'm still gonna try to stream it, but until then, I'm not gonna worry too much about it anymore. Again, I might do the missing videos for the Camelot Unchained Examined series, because there are still 2 or 3 videos missing. But once that is done, I'm just not gonna bother anymore. Anyway, the second channel is also still going to be a thing, because I definitely want to do that, but I'm not gonna make it entirely political, because again, I don't really trust YouTube. So there is going to be that strict divide, and mostly it'll be historical, because I do like making history videos. Those were a lot of fun to make, and I just want to have fun again, you know, making videos. The fun has kind of gone trying to constantly make videos for games that don't exist yet. It's just making those videos is just boring. It's just really boring, because you're talking about things that don't exist. You know, it's like make-believe YouTube videos. It's awful. It's really awful. I don't know if this, you know, comes across for you guys. It probably doesn't, because I mean, I'm guessing you really enjoy the Camelot Unchained content and such, because, you know, those videos get a lot of views. But it's making those videos is really frustrating, because it's just, I don't know if those games are actually going to work out that way. I already know that in 6 months, or maybe not even that, the video is probably going to be irrelevant, yeah, and wrong, and then anyone who watches it then is going to be like, oh, this video is totally wrong, and, you know, I don't know, it's just comments, but they get really annoying, and I get enough of that for the guides that I made in the past. Anyway, the main thing is, of course, that in the future I'm gonna need an actual game to focus on. With my streaming, it's gonna be still pretty varied. Whatever stream or whatever game I want to stream, I'm gonna stream, basically. With some exceptions, Shame Shelf Sunday is gonna be one of the shows. If you have watched my stream, it's a show where I play games on Steam that I bought but then never touched. That's my Shame Shelf. And I have to reduce the amount of Shame Shelf by actually just playing those games on Sundays, and then that will also go up on YouTube as VODs, because that's one of those shows I've been talking about. What else? Yeah, but then once I do find a game that I really want to play, that I'm interested in, then I think I'm annoying these DPS by not pulling more, but you know, honestly, they can go suck it. I think the healer is new, so was it the healer that's new? Oh no, it's actually the bard that's new. All right, whatever. Whatever. I don't have much confidence in this healer because his healing seems a bit patchy, so I don't wanna get too crazy with this. But anyway, if I do figure out a game that I like, then I'm, you know, gonna properly stream that more as well on a frequent basis. And yeah, and then if that happens, if I do find a proper game, you know, multiplayer title or something that I can really sink my teeth in, you know, like I did back with World of Warships, or even like I did with oh, that's not good. My mouse is having spazzy attacks. Or even like I did with Tree of Savior. Then I'm certainly gonna make, you know, tutorials about that again and all sorts of things like that. But until then, I just don't see the point. This is a great boss fight, by the way, because there's no actual fighting. You just have to dodge a lot of stuff. It's pretty cool. Like this. He does that first. You have to wait till this explodes, and then you have to walk out of that so you don't get hit by the other thing. And someone in the group has to manage all the things, otherwise you lose. This, and then like this. And back here. And then back here. Aha. What? How did I not do it? Are you kidding me? It's nonsense is what that is. Alright, there's gonna be meteors that come down here. And now we have to... Whoops. We totally screwed that guy over. What is this again? Alright. Ah, now you have to run in a circle because there will be explosions! Oh, shit! Oh, good. Whew, I didn't get hit by that. Good thing. Gotta just concentrate a little bit while I do this, so I don't fuck it up. Oh, gotta run behind him! Ah! Did it. Did it! Now comes a big meteor that we have to dodge, but there's also other stuff happening in the meantime, so yeah, there's the big meteor coming. He blows up 2 of those. In the end there will only be 1 of those shards left over, so you kind of have to be a little bit careful here. Okay, there's the lasers again. And he pulls me in. That means there's that thing first. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, run here. Good. Done. Done it. Done did it. Okay, there's the meteor. Gotta run. Oh my god, I opened my inventory. Okay. Alright, we did it. Awesome. And that's the boss fight. That's it. Now now he buggers off and we can run on. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Where was I? Something about the channel, obviously. Another thing, of course, there's like... Basically, what this series is also going to be is I'm just going to talk about whatever you know is on my mind, whatever is current with the channel, with my twitching, and with anything really. So do realize that this is that there's not going to be immense wisdom. It's really just if you want to know what's up. Also, I'm gonna be like putting Q&A stuff in here. I think that's a decent idea. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me, put them in the comment sections for these daily doses, and I shall answer maybe 1 or 2 of those in future episodes of this. There you go. That's a thing I can also do. But yeah, mainly I've been a bit... How can I say this? I've been a bit disheartened with YouTube over this entire thing. You know, they're sort of in a unwillingness to treat everyone fairly. They're sort of labeling of moderate positions as radicalism and, you know, racism and whatever. I think it's awful. It's just, it's a terrible thing to happen on something like this, because you can of course say they're a private business, they can do whatever they want, and that's true. Yeah, that is absolutely true, and I'm totally in favor of that. Yeah, I don't want YouTube to be government controlled. That would be the worst. But on the other hand, I think that because there is only one platform like this, you know, they do have a monopoly, and it's not like it's media, right? It's sort of how we communicate these days. Like it's just such a different thing from, say, just McDonald's, right? If you jerk off at McDonald's, right, they can throw you out. Yeah, I mean, obviously, well, I should have probably picked something that isn't indecent exposure, but you know, if you talk shit at McDonald's, right, you curse at their employees as well. If you just talk shit, right, and you just behave like people behave in comment section somewhere, they can toss you out, right? And that's totally fine. And they can say, listen, you can have your political rants, but not in McDonald's restaurants. Totally fine. Yeah, absolutely 100% acceptable. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because, well, you don't need to eat at McDonald's, right? There's plenty of other places where you can eat. There's no, you know, you're not gonna suddenly have some huge disadvantage or something in life just because you're not allowed to go into McDonald's. And that's pretty much the same with every other type of business as well. Yeah, is it a fucking clothes store? Yeah, I don't know, New Yorker or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to find stores that I know exist outside of Germany as well. But anyway, yeah, stores like that, totally fine. But with YouTube, that just doesn't exist. Right? There is no alternative. I can't, you know, if I get banned here, I can go to VidMe, but VidMe is a tiny platform. Right? It's not the same. The same goes for Twitter. They just have, and Facebook for that matter, they just have such monopolies on what they do that it's really, really, really damaging for them to have these absurdly, radically political stances. Because, well, I mean, one, it's bad for their business, and they should definitely, you know, start realizing that. But, you know, it's not good for like, you can't just not be on one of these social media platforms these days, right? I stay away from Facebook, and I think that works all right, but it's difficult, and I can only do it because I have WhatsApp, and I have fucking Discord, and I use YouTube, and, you know, Twitch and Twitter. Like, I use all sorts of other platforms because I don't use Facebook, and there's only so much choice. Yeah, so if you get tossed out of one of these platforms, it can be a bit of a blow. And there is certainly also something to be said if you're trying to, you know, be in media. So, you know, you're trying to have a YouTube channel or just have a media presence or whatever, then you kind of need these social platforms, right? So if they kick you because they don't like your opinion, yeah, your fucking moderate opinion, then that's a huge problem. And it creates this sort of monopoly of thought, and I hate it. It's the worst. And, you know, whether or not it's important, you know, to be in media or whatever, I mean, sure for most people it doesn't matter, but for me it matters. So, yeah, it's just really, really, it's just not very fun, I gotta say. You know, it just takes all the fun out of the experience of making videos, because I never know what the future is gonna hold with that, you know. And it's not because, oh, YouTube suddenly went under. No, it's because YouTube suddenly decided to go insane and ban any thought they deem unwholesome. Yeah, it's just whatever. So that's the reason for all of this. And well, one of the reasons. The other one, as I did elaborate earlier, is of course that I'm sick. Oh shit, I fucked up here. Well, that's bad because I'm dead now. Can you please do the healing? That'd be fantastic. Okay. Okay, must not fuck that up again. That was really bad. Oh. Yeah. So the other reason, of course, being that I'm just sick of making videos about games that don't exist, and so stuff has to change. And this is where I'm gonna go. So I really hope all of you are gonna follow me on this glorious journey to Twitch and into turning YouTube more or less into a place for VODs. I'm sorry to say, but I just don't think that the type of content that I want to make on YouTube is still YouTube friendly. So I just have to go with the times, I suppose. And do remember that if you want to be in the action and all that, you totally should go over to twitch.tv/CloakingDonkey and give me a follow there. I am relaunching the stream today, meaning there will be a lot more streaming. You know, some of them will be a little bit more casual, and then there will be shows, and the shows will certainly be in the schedule. So if you want to check out those shows live, feel free, as there will always be plenty of interaction with the glorious chat. And if you want to check them out as VODs, you can do that here on YouTube, because the shows will all be here. But there will also be plenty of, you know, sort of non-show content that will definitely not be on YouTube. Which one do we do first? Right, left wing, I guess? Whew. Yes. I'm just trying not to die here. Kill that wing. Uh-oh. Oh, this is so bad. Ow, ow, ow. Should probably do that. Heal myself a bit. Okay. Oh, oh. Yep. I get it. Oh no, this is so bad. Oh, I did it. Everything's good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know who would enjoy this. Me just talking, yammering on. But that's what you're gonna get every day. And if you don't like it, well, don't watch it. But definitely, you know, do the stream checkery-outery. Because the stream's pretty great. Okay, I got this already. Good. Alright, thank you very much for watching, boys. I hope you enjoyed your daily dose of donkey. And I will be with you again tomorrow in the morning.